Guys, deluded Guna, Lauren Koscielny. We know he's arguably the best centre back in at our club, arguably the league. Whether it's him or Toby or whoever you want to say, we know how good he is. For the first half of the season, been amazing. He picked up his form in recent weeks. Had a blip when the rest of the side was having a blip, and there was a reluctance to dig him out, of course, because he seems to. It's like he sweeps up everybody else's mess. Koscielny is a great player, but at 31, time is running out for you to win the league, mate. I mean, you talk about stuff like, oh, Wes Morgan's not better than me, but with recognition comes titles. That is true. So you'd want to think that you have more urgency to want to win the league and things like that. I mean, like I said, you're 31. You have an Achilles problem. When the older you get, the harder it is to recover from these injuries. I do think to a degree, but whether it's you or Wenger, you've played through the pain barrier, but I do think you guys lie about his injury and things like that, and it is more severe than you lot lay on. And as an outsider looking in, I don't know the ins and outs of the club, but he probably has a slightly different training schedule to everyone because you keep hearing about the discomfort of his Achilles. But it does feel like to a degree he doesn't want to play like a lot of these players. He doesn't want to play unless he's 100%. Whatever, of course, he needs a rest and things like that after the season, after at the end of the season. But not wanting to play Liverpool the first game of the season when we got battered. Who knows if we could have picked up a point or three in that game? Coming off against Bayern Munich, yes, he might have been injured, and there's been a couple of other incidences. And when you consider that his performance levels dropped when he signed that new contract, I am completely correct to critique him. He's 31, he's got a new decent contract, he's spoken about loving life in England, both for his family and himself, and loving London. He secured his future for the next few years. So where that maybe that to a degree the hunger's gone out of your game, Koscielny, the hunger and the urgency, because we know you're not a big talker, but and I don't think to a degree you don't need to. You do need to talk to be a great centre back, but in your case, I don't think you necessarily do because you've got a solid reputation and you've never been the most vocal. But you do need to open your mouth now because you're 31. Time is running out. Our club is crap. You need to demand more. You have spoken about wanting to win titles. It's great you've come from the lower leagues of France to and quite frankly not a decent defender to one of the best in the world slash the Premier League. But who is going to remember you for that? Do you want to win titles? The same way I'm critical of other players is the same way I'm critical of Koscielny because I expect the best from our players. Now, in regards to Koscielny as well, when you consider that he's 31, the Achilles problems, and he signed a new contract, and you see rumours of a centre back, do we actually sign one? I think there's areas that we can better focus on and address. But I'm never going to turn down a quality centre half. Holding's given everybody a lot to think about. He's a young person. We still need him to get destroyed. We still need him to play 20 odd games. So let's take it easy. But if we are going for a centre half, what is going to happen? Because surely Gabriel has to leave. Surely people, if we're going to get that quality centre half with one eye on Koscielny retiring or the day Koscielny's going to go, what is going to happen? Someone has to leave. Holding, we can't disrupt his playing time. Chambers, I believe in Chambers. I don't think he's written off by any stretch of the imagination, and I believe he'll be a good defender whether it's at Arsenal or somewhere else. Both better than Gabriel. I'd rather both let them play than Gabriel. Gabriel is how many years their senior, and he plays more clueless than them. It's ridiculous. So, and you see us linked with the likes of Van Gaal in the centre back, Van Dijk, the likes of Van Dijk and things like that. You'd have to imagine someone's got to leave. But in short, I don't even know the point of this video, guys. It was just getting thoughts off my chest. Koscielny, you need to demand more of your team. Wenger, be honest with these problems that Koscielny is having. Sorry. And in regards to the centre back in the summer thing, I do think we should address other areas first, but I'll never turn down quality, and decisions will have to be made in regards to these defenders because only three or four or however, well, two centre halves, three at the back if you play three. Only a certain amount can play. But anyways, guys, not to keep this long, to do the Gooner, I'm signing out. Koscielny, look in the mirror at the end of the season.